volunteers hold hot pot reunion for care recipients in Shenyang, China. A former inmate changes his fate thanks to city volunteers' encouragement and care. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. City volunteers have held hot pot reunion for care recipients in Shenyang for the 6th year. At the gathering, the care recipients received gifts and also enjoyed a hot pot. Some of them remarked that city volunteers treat them better than their own families.
现在是早上5点10分左右，现在来到国亮的家。国亮。 哇，早上好，阿弥陀佛。
Before daybreak, city volunteers head to care recipient Yi Guoliang's house. Meanwhile, another team of volunteers go to care recipient Tian Guangchen's place.
这一晃5、6年过去了。对呀，弹指一挥间呐。
They are attending a winter gathering organized by Tzu Chi in Shenyang for the 6th year.
上人说能做就是福，真的。
The master said that it is a blessing being able to volunteer. We need to cherish events like this and serve the public. In fact, we are cultivating blessings for ourselves.
来造这样一个福田。
有很多工作是我们。
As government officials, we cannot take perfect care of the residents. Since we know Chi volunteers, our residents can live happily.
正因为我们结识了我们慈济人，才让我们的老百姓过得幸福。
因为有缘，与火相聚；因为有爱，让严冬白雪化阳春。感恩，祝福。 像阳光，播撒温暖，照亮心灵。感恩，我的孩子患有脑瘫。
My child suffers from cerebral palsy. She is 14 years old and cannot talk. Many kind-hearted people surround us. They allow me to see the sunlight in the clouds and the rainbow after storms.
乌云中看到了阳光，让我在风雨后看到了彩虹。来了，胜过。
The volunteers' companionship warms the heart of these recipients. In Fujian's Liancheng, city volunteers are determined to send love to those in need. Xiamen City volunteers mobilized 400 volunteers to serve a total of 2,600 families. They also inspired local residents and town officials to participate and experience the joy of giving.
These Tzu Chi volunteers have traveled round-trip 1,200 kilometers for the 2 Winter Aid events. They get right to work when they arrive at the venue, ensuring all the items are accounted for.
We need to make sure each recipient can receive their items.
12 items are prepared and organized for the recipients to pick up. In total, 8 townships are being helped with their respective residents and officials volunteering to help.
During the event, we've seen many residents. Some are older, some are sick, but they still make the effort to come here to receive the items. We see how Tzu Chi volunteers care for them and help them to receive these items. Seeing that, I feel blessed that I can be part of this event to help them.
There are a few recipients whose ages are close to my own parents' age, so I have been able to reflect on my actions, and they are in turn educating me.
Being able to see these locals with smiles on their faces when receiving the aid items makes us, who are volunteering, feel like the effort is worth it.
没有听过，有没有很辛苦？不会，感到很幸福。为什么？因为我们帮助了别人哈。我希望我的孩子呢。I
hope my children can receive this positive energy and become a compassionate person.
开心。知道这些物资有没有用？有。
我们也请买这个送人就很好了，是吧？
身体健康。哦，不管你好。好大人陪你回家，高不高兴？新年快乐，平安吉祥啊！
This is Liancheng County, where the old have been left behind by the young, and Tzu Chi is here to spread love and warm up cold hearts.
In Zimbabwe, there have been more local residents who joined Tzu Chi after receiving help. Recently, 11 local volunteers were certified Tzu Chi commissioners. Some of them were so touched that they cried at the ceremony. On this special day, 11 local volunteers are officially certified Tzu Chi commissioners.
They can't go to Taiwan. So today I'm very grateful represent Master Zheng Yan, give the who are already certified the commissioner.
"82-year-old Josephine has been volunteering with Tzu Chi since 2013. Being certified, she cannot hold back her tears.
I did not imagine that someone at my age would have such a good opportunity to volunteer. I keep telling myself that I must give of myself in the remaining time of my life. For the past years, I followed Tzu Chi volunteers to conduct home visits and help impoverished people.
I vow to be a good disciple of the Master. Harboring compassion, I will carry out good deeds."
Portia, who has lacked fatherly love since young, has healed her mental wound by helping orphans and other underprivileged families.
From sharing and giving, I have realized the true meaning of love. I've also learned to empathize with people. I will encourage more people who need help.
In our next report, we'll meet a former inmate who has changed his fate because of Tzu Chi volunteers' influence. Wang Lian had been in prison in Japan because of his crime of transporting drugs. While serving his prison sentence, he wrote letters to Tzu Chi Japan chapter. Then Tzu Chi volunteers started writing letters to encourage him. After being released from prison and returning to Taiwan, he has been sharing his life experience with other inmates.
When I stepped out of the door, a van came over. Then 4 or 5 people came out of the van to catch me.
The role we need to play on this stage is someone who repents. I've done something wrong, but I'm not afraid of telling you about it. Repenting means I openly tell people about what I've done wrong. It also means I won't make the same mistakes again.
On every floor, there's an attendance book. Simply pay attention to see if the electric equipment is broken or if there is any suspicious person. It should be 3 o'clock in Japan. They sent these to me. When I was in jail, they sent these to me. Only when small acts of kindness are completed can we accomplish large good deeds. I will copy the words if they are very meaningful. I read every book carefully, paying attention to every sentence, including our Tzu Chi monthly.
Back then, you vowed that you'll join Tzu Chi. You want to stand up straight and let your family be proud of you. Therefore, I think you have carried out your promise.
Our cleaning lady is my donating member. She is making monthly donations, donating $3 every month. When I asked her to become a donating member, she said $3? That is no problem. I brought the tofu pudding for you. Come, trim the fingernails. Your fingernails are so long. We need to trim it several times. Yes, it is too long. Look, there's dirt inside. You did not cut it, and there's dirt inside. Do you believe that fate can be changed? If we are willing to repent for our wrongdoings, carry out good deeds, and fulfill our filial duties, our fate can be changed.
Tzu Chi East District Liaison Office in Taipei invited care recipients to have hot pot reunion. Volunteers started preparing a day before. Chen Ning, who's a survivor of the water park explosion in 2015, also joined the reunion and expressed her gratitude to the volunteers for their companionship.
When the senior enters the hall, Chi Chi volunteers come to greet her immediately. Chi Chi East District Liaison Office has invited more than 200 care recipients to have hot pot reunion. They not only have reunion meals, write spring carpets, play games, but also DIY corners. Everybody has fun.
Everyone is like a big family to care for each other. It's really warm.
The volunteers of daily group started the preparation work a day earlier. They washed and cleaned the tableware and dishes. The cooking volunteers were happy, though busy from the early morning of the day to wash and chop vegetables. Volunteers are devoted to making the most nutritious and delicious dishes. Every table consists of 9 dishes, which are all handmade. The dish of boiled drums over the wall, which is a must-have cuisine in banquet, is the highlight of all dishes.
Our dishes are kept in Heqi Buddha Hall, and hence all are a bit cold. Only this hot pot is hot, so it will be warm to eat.
The most tedious is vegetarian fish because it's all handmade by us.
The survivor of water park explosion in 2015, Chen Ning, has passed through the suffering from treatment during the past 5 years. She faces the trauma bravely and shares her feeling brightly on the stage.
Pulling the ball is for releasing the arrow. We seem to be moving backwards in the process of pulling the ball. It doesn't seem to make any progress because we keep going backwards, yet our energy exerted is actually for the moment when the arrow is released.
When our organization has stopped providing assistance to us, Tzu Chi's brothers and sisters still care for us continuously. Today, I would like to thank everyone.
Love and care is the warmest dish in Chi Chi's hot pot reunion.
Tzu Chi volunteers hosted a reunion banquet for care recipients in Zhonghe Jingsi Hall. 280 people gathered to enjoy the festivities, which included traditional games as well as sharing couplets.
Tzu Chi's Shanghai Liaison Office had a reunion banquet for its care recipients, where the volunteers prepared many activities for everyone to enjoy. The free clinic area is similar to years past, with both Western and Eastern medicine available, except this year there is an additional clinic for the eyes.
The elderly are often troubled by cataracts or blindness caused by diabetes. The young might often have retinal detachment from too much screen time. Thus, the eye department is something that is very needed as part of the health prevention.
I get tested for my diabetes, and last week when I went in for the test, they told me my eyes are not good, so I wanted to get it checked today.
This 95-year-old grandmother has been living alone since her daughter passed away, and Tzu Chi has been there for her for the past 6 years. Now she's very close to the Tzu Chi volunteers, much like family would.
Shortly after my mother passed away, the volunteers got in contact with her. I can't speak for her on whether she sees me as a daughter, but when I visit her at home, I always treat her like my own mother.
Shoushui-Li's Borough Chief Chen Bingnan is here with a care recipient who Tzu Chi helped in the past. And it's thanks to Tzu Chi's assistance in cleaning up the man's home that he is able to live comfortably once more.
I'm very moved by how Tzu Chi cares for those on the fringes of society or even mid to low income households. They really are the ones in need of support and help.
The warmth received at the year-end banquets reminds everyone that compassion and love is always in need of spreading.
Have you heard of Ocupada Me? Can it cure disease without surgery? A patient, Ms. Liao from DaAi, has been suffering from leg pain for 6 months. She saw medical treatments everywhere, but it was ineffective. After going to Dalian City Hospital for Ocupada Me treatment, her condition immediately improved.
To undergo Ocupada Me, does it mean it can cure disease without surgery?
小针刀是不是类似那个人家小针美容的意思？
有啊，我还做过，我觉得那个效果蛮显著的。
There is a patient, Miss Liao, in DaAi, who has been suffering from pain in her legs for 6 months. After examination, she was diagnosed that the third and fourth discs of her spine slip off.
只要躺下去，我就会。
As long as I lie down, I can't sleep because it hurts. It seems that many ants are biting me, yet I have immediate improvement after right injection. I can walk without pain.
The Ocupada Me needle is different from traditional acupuncture needle. It has a specialized blade. Compared with acupuncture, apart from the technique of lifting, inserting, rolling, and turning, there is one more technique called peeling and decompression, which can help patients clear the adhesion area so that the treatment efficacy is improved and the course of treatment is shortened.
Ocupada Me may have a corresponding effect for undergoing only 1 or 2 times, so it isn't targeted at the lesion of the disease itself. In Chinese medicine, it can be regarded as a radical treatment.
The doctor reminds that Ocupada Me is suitable for patients suffering from musculoskeletal disease and skin deep pain for a long time. It has a curative effect and may not have to undergo surgery. But for those who have obvious trauma, infection or cancer, as well as for those who are prone to dizziness, nervousness, and just recovered from a serious illness, are not suitable for this therapy.
More than 70% of Taiwan's area is mountain range. The government announced last October that new measures were going into place, including opening many mountain roads to tourists. Also, it said that people stranded in such areas will have to pay for their own rescue costs. Follow our report as we learn what this means to those who enjoy hiking.
Dear Mountain God, this is the first time we have come to Xiamen Lake. We will abide by the principle of protecting this mountain forest. We will not leave any garbage, and we will maintain the original appearance and only leave our memories.
In early December 2019, the first continental cold air mass hit Taiwan. Temperatures around Taiwan plummeted. Mountains above 3,000 meters saw their first snowfall of 2019. More than 10 members of the China Medical University Mountaineering Club went on a hike to Xiamen Lake, also known as the Angel's Tears.
Xiamen Lake is a beautiful place that many people know. It was a dream of many people to visit, and as soon as registration started, it was immediately full.
The area of Taiwan is only 1/10 that of Japan. However, there are only about 20 mountains in Japan over 3,000 meters, and there are 268 mountains in Taiwan above 3,000 meters. Although Taiwan has unique mountain resources, in the past the government implemented mountain forest control measures to discourage people from climbing mountains. This led to many people secretly hiking, and disputes over mountain rescue and payment. To solve this issue, the Executive Yuan announced in October 2019 that it would fully open these areas. The executive yuan's forest ban lifting opened all mountain areas except those involving national security and ecological protection areas. The Forest Service currently has 81 forest roads with a total length of 1,646 kilometers, which has also completely lifted personnel control over the years.
In principle, areas other than those involving national security or ecological protection are managed on the principle of openness. In the past, whether there will be a permit to enter the mountain or an application to enter the protected area, they are now subject to simplified procedures.
In addition to the application and general opening of forest roads, it was a hydra-headed problem in the past, which were managed by the National Park Section of the Construction Department of the Ministry of the Interior. The Forest Service and the Police Department have been integrated into the Taiwan Mountaineering Application Integration Information Network, providing one-stop application platform. Furthermore, hikers can check their application status at any time. The Xiamen Lake National Trail has promoted the 1 person 1 kilogram campaign in recent years, encouraging each mountain friend to bring 1 kilogram of sand and gravel to the mountain for refurbishment of the trail. While the mountain cabin administrators must manage registration and accommodation, they are also responsible for simple maintenance of the cabin.
Our daily routine here is to check the list of hikers, and then there is the maintenance of the mountain cabin hardware. Sometimes the planks may be tilted up, and we have to nail it back down.
At present, there are a total of 35 mountain lodges and emergency lodges in Taiwan. Some of the facilities are simple and some abandoned and unmanaged. For popular mountaineering routes like Shenyang Cabin and Xiamen Lake Mountain House are often difficult to book. In response to the opening of the mountain forest, there has been a lot of demand. The government will invest $23.4 million in 4 years to repair the mountain cabin and maintain the trail. In addition to the opening of the mountain forest to local citizens, the Tourism Bureau of the Ministry of Transportation is also promoting Taiwan's unique mountain resources, inviting foreign guests to come to Taiwan for mountaineering.
The BBC has reported 5 reasons to go to Taiwan to visit, the first of which is nature. Therefore, we hope that when the government opens mountains and forests next year, we will promote Taiwan's mountain-rich tourism.
The Tourism Bureau has combined 5 mountain ranges in Taiwan's central mountains such as Shishan, Jade Mountain, Alishan, as well as 7 classic mountain routes for a total of 12 highlights.
Preparing the right equipment for the mountain you are going to climb is important, as some people just come out without preparation. They may pack lightly, just bring some instant noodles, as they think that there will be food for sale. I think it may be necessary to publicize and educate the public about mountain climbing safety at the same time, as these mountain routes are opening up.
After the mountains are open to the public, the problem of illegal hikers may not occur anymore, but what is the government's responsibility? The mountain rescue qualify for national compensation. There's also controversy over whether who should pay for search and rescue. At the same time, the public must also have the concept of responsibility and make the right preparations before climbing. Avoiding problems will allow more people the chance to witness the beauty of nature.
In Taiwan, Pingtung Christian Hospital has held a fashion show for seniors in Sandiman Township. They hope the event will help the seniors delay the onset of dementia. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.